Infiniti QX60 2023 model year. This is the Nissan Pathfinder equivalent from their luxury division, Infiniti. And while looking for vehicles that can carry a lot of people, we thought a three-row SUV would be a good place to start. 2 seats in the front. The second row has 3 for the base models, and you have 2 in the back, but we'll look at those later. That's folded right now. This video is going to be focused on entry and access to the third row, so let me go ahead and stow the seatbelt away. Now, I don't really see this in many SUVs, but the second row here slides. Just go ahead and pull this metal lever, just like you would do for front seats, right? And then scoot it forward. And as much as this gives you a little more legroom for the back, it doesn't really do too much for access in getting to the back. It's still pretty narrow, so let's push it back. And I'd like to show you a trick. Now, do you see this button over here? If you look closer, it does show an icon insinuating the seat would do something. Let's go ahead and push that. Stay out of the way. Boom. So not only does it tilt forward like the drawing said it would, but it can also slide forward. And I think if you look at it, it gives you way more room to be able to get to the third row. I really like that. Now, obviously, once you're sitting back here, you can't really reach the front button, but there is one for the backseat passengers. Let's go ahead and reset the seat. Unfortunately, this is a manual process, and I have to be honest, it's a little tough, probably tough for kids to do. Now I'm going to push that button. Let's see what it does. And it does the same thing it did earlier, but being that I'm in a car showroom, I'm trying to be as gentle with it as possible. Pushing that button does nothing. It's already tilted. You can hear the motor running over there. And let me step back. They tout this feature for its ability to gain access to the back without necessarily moving your car, dealing with your child car seats. And let me reset it again. And I'll try to deal with let me show a more standard feature right now. How to fold it. Just pull the lever like you would in a manual seat, and down it goes. To push it back up, you pull it, but this one locks down, so you have to release that same lever again, and then I'm going to push it with my arm. I know it looks a little awkward doing this, but once you have it click in place, you should be fine. It's usually much more convenient to do it while you're already sitting in it. Just pull the lever and then lean backwards, and you'll see that you have a little more space over there. And let's go ahead and push the button again because we are curious, right? And it does exactly what it did earlier. I think this allows you even more room in case you've got larger child car seats, so that's really nice. Now look at this strap back here. Okay, let's go ahead and reset the seat again, and I'll show you what that strap does. Can you see my hand poking out through here? Yeah, I'm going to try to pull the strap. Just use your imagination here. And it folds the seat. So it's pretty neat that you have a way to fold the seat. What if you're back there? Maybe it's a way to have that as an ottoman for your feet to rest on. Pushing the button does nothing, neither does the side button. Now back here, let's talk about the rear. Could have pulled them up earlier. You can straighten this one up. It does not lock in place at all. So just pull it up and it stays in. Let's straighten the headrest. And you can recline it by pulling this lever over your shoulder if you can reach it and lean backwards. And it's the same lever you release to fold the seat. You'll notice that the headrest is impacting the front row. So just pull that and tuck it in. It's a little cumbersome, but it's because I'm doing it in reverse order. The best way to do it is deal with that strap while it's still up. Pull it, and the headrest drops. And now, when you fold the seat, it tucks in a more fluid motion. I really like that. And it gives you a straightish, straightish compartment. You can pull this strap, but it's more useful when you're standing in the back. So later I'll show you a demonstration of what that does. How you get to it. Let's just go ahead and set this back up and do the same for the second row. And then I'd like to go to the back and show you what it looks like if you're already standing in the back and you need to deal with this. So pull the strap, headrest drops, and then unfortunately pulling this strap does not really do much. So you just go ahead and use that over shoulder release and drop it as hard as you want to. Now you have a manual pull, that's what that strap does. Pull it up. Higher trims have power assist pulling back up, but here we'll just put this on the Velcro back down. and pull the headrest up. The satisfaction of hearing that click in place, I love that.